Looking for a clean, all-in-one alarm panel that's easy to install and easy for customers to use? Look no further than the new GIG-Touch panel. With a 7-inch touchscreen, Bluetooth disarm, and super clear two-way audio, you and your customers can rest easy knowing you have full visibility and full control over your security system. What's up, installers? I'm Zach with Nelly Security, and today we're talking about the new GIG-Touch panel from 2GIG. So what is the GIG-Touch? Well, it's an alarm panel with a SIM card, acting as a main hub for smart home automation and system management that can connect to LTE or Wi-Fi. So out of the box, you'll find the panel and a power block for a standard outlet. You'll need to make sure that you have a DC cable in order to actually plug this in though. We have one on our website, so I'll put a link below. On the back, you'll see a few other ports on the PCB board. There's a USB-C port. This is specifically for upgrades, a SIM card for LTE connection, and a power terminal if you don't want to use that DC jack. But first you might be wondering, this looks an awful lot like the 2GIG Edge. What's the difference with this model? It's an excellent question with a simple answer. It offers many of the core features of the GC2E with some of the more niche or fancy bells and whistles of the 2GIG Edge. For instance, this is still compatible with Z-Wave devices and 345 megahertz sensors. It doesn't have automatic facial recognition disarm. It does, however, have Bluetooth disarm, so you can connect something like a phone, and whenever you walk in proximity to it, it will disarm the system. So what else does this panel do? Well, you can answer a doorbell camera from this panel with the two-way audio voice communication feature. And with camera streaming, you can view alarm.com video feeds live during an alarm event without having to switch to another device. Because it's compatible with Z-Wave and 345 megahertz sensors, you're able to utilize a large ecosystem of locks, sensors, thermostats, and more. Customizing automations with controls, rules, scenes, and notifications is easier than ever with its sleek and modern UI design. So let's go through each tab on this panel and see just how easy it is to get everything set up and automated. On the front page here, we've got, of course, the time, and then we have 3 settings: arm away, disarm, and arm stay. At the top right, you're going to have your notifications. In these notifications, you'll find an alert log, an alarm log, and any dealer message here. Additionally, you have your brightness. This is where you can adjust the brightness of the screen as well as adding a dark mode. This is definitely nicer to view, especially at night. So then we have our settings here. In order to access the settings, you're going to need to input a password. There are 2 different ones here, but more on that in just a second. The last icon in the top right is a bell with the SOS logo. And this is where you're able to call emergency services. So the second tab here is for your devices. We have sensors, door locks, lights, garage, and thermostat. We have a sensor currently set up in the studio door, and this shows you right now that it is closed. When the door opens, the system alerts us, and it will also show us open here. The third tab is for your cameras specifically. This is where you can have your live view of any alarm.com scenes. The fourth tab here is another place to go to your event logs. As you can see, we've had a lot of zone bypasses and panel tampers as I've been messing around with this device. Let's go ahead and jump into the settings now. There are 2 different codes. There's one for the installer and one that's called the master code. The master code is for the users and the installer code is going to be for you. So the default master code is 1111. So we're going to go through all of this first, and then we'll jump into the installer code, and that does pull up a different settings menu. All right, so here we see equipment management, screen management, Wi-Fi, user management, automation device, one-time bypass, and Bluetooth management. In equipment management, there is now another menu. If you jump into date and time, this is where you're able to adjust the format. Does it display in 12 or 24 hours? And do you have the day, then the month, then the year, or the month, and the day, then the year? You can hop into language. Right now we have English selected. You can go into your audio settings and determine which alarms are at which volumes and which alarms even go off in the first place. Then you have your system test. So you have your walk test first, and this is where, of course, you can determine how far away your devices are able to be picked up. Network test is where you can make sure that your connection is stable. Panel test is where you're able to test the audio levels and what different alarms sound like, as well as the LEDs. And then you have your cellular test. And this is where you can test that SIM card that I mentioned earlier. And we actually have two different models, one that has a Verizon SIM card and the other that has an AT&T SIM card. When you click on restart, the system will go ahead and start rebooting itself. Temperature unit. This is where you can determine if the temperature is measured in Fahrenheit or Celsius. And panel information. This is where you have your serial number, your MAC address, software versions, and any other info you might need. All right, that is just that first tab, so we'll move quickly on through the rest. In screen management, you've got your brightness and your night mode here as well. You have screensaver, so you're able to upload a custom image and choose what screensaver appears. And then clean screen will actually enable you to completely shut off your screen and any buttons, so that way you don't accidentally press a button if you're trying to clean the device. Wi-Fi is where you're able to connect to your local Wi-Fi network, as well as create an access point originating from this panel itself. User management is where you're able to add users, and you can even see the pins that are assigned to them, so you can even tell who's accessed the panel based off of the pin that they've entered. Automation device. This is where you're able to add any Z-Wave devices specifically. If you're wanting to add any regular non-Z-Wave devices, there's a different spot for that. One-time bypass lets you choose any sensors to bypass. Pretty straightforward. And then Bluetooth management. This is where you're able to set up Bluetooth disarm. So when you get into proximity and it detects your phone, you're able to disarm the system. All right, that's it for the master code. So now we're gonna go ahead and go into the other settings menu. For this, the password is going to be 1561. And now you see mostly the same options, but we do have a few new ones, namely cross zone, sensor settings, and advanced settings. Cross zone lets you designate 2 or more sensors that must be activated in a certain time frame that you choose in order to trigger an alarm. This reduces the chances of any false alarms that could be triggered by just one sensor going off. All right, sensor settings. This is where you're able to add those non-Z-Wave devices that I mentioned earlier. So currently we have in zone 2, that is our studio door. You can determine the type of device that it is, the loop type, the group that it belongs with, and a chime type, if any. Right now I've got it on disable, just so that way when we move in and out, we don't set this panel off. If you're looking to add a device, just click on one of the empty tabs, and then you can click manual add and enter its ID, or you can jump to quick add. All you have to do is trigger the device. So for instance, I had installed the door sensor. So when I went to add device, I opened the door and then it detected that it was there. Panel settings is where you can determine what kind of reports you get and how often. In the system settings, you can adjust things like the length of the alarm, any kind of quick arming or quick exiting, as well as any other delays. And finally, we have the installer code. This is where you're able to change what that code is that other people are using to enter into their settings menu. That just about does it for the GC Touch panel by 2GIG. This device, along with all other 2GIG products, are for dealers only, so be sure to join our dealer program. It's completely free, and you get access to some awesome benefits like monthly webinars, personal branding, lifetime tech support, and exclusive dealer pricing. If you liked the video or found it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe as it helps the channel out a lot. And let us know down in the comments below what you look for in a security panel for smart home automation. Well, that's it for us, so we'll see you next time.